I'm a trophy hunter. Does that mean that I'm a shooter? Boy, you bet. But I only shoot the big, larger, older males because I want the animals to be there when these kids grow up and have grandkids, so I don't shoot the breeding population. The lions in Africa is a big problem right now because there's fewer than there ever has been, I guess. So Safari Club and some of the other organizations, we've decided to only shoot male lions that have been kicked out of the pride and are over 6 years old. Once they get 6 years old, they're pretty old, and they have younger males that come in and started doing the breeding. So we only shoot the older males. The problem is, how do you know if a lion is 6 years old? You know, it's a big problem. Because, you know, you got that big male lion there with a, you know, full mane. What do? Go up and ask him how old you are. If he's got a pride, you don't shoot him. If he's 6 years old, his nose will be completely black. If he's not 6 years old, his nose will be pink. So it's fairly easy. And an old male lion will be scarred up, you know, kind of been through a few fights, and he's out on his own. And when you shoot him, you take him out of his misery, and you don't have to hunt anymore, because it's a fallacy. Not only females hunt, the male lions hunt too. And I hunted the lion in 1992. That's 4 years born, right? Okay. I was in Botswana on a 21-day hunt. We'd hunted in the swamps for 6-7 days, in Okabanga swamps, and I killed a few animals. And we came out of the swamps and there was hunting lions and other things. And one afternoon we saw two male lions together. We figured they were brothers, old male lions. So we got off the vehicle, made a little stalk, and they got away from us that day. They ran into some tall grass, and we didn't want to follow them into the tall grass. Well, there's a reason for that. You know, these male lions, they're out hunting. They're looking for some food. And when you're over there, you're part of the food chain. So they came out of the tall grass on the other side, went across the river, and we lost them that day. So the next day we got on their tracks. We tracked them all day. Never caught up with them. Followed their tracks all day. We made a camp. Next morning we got up, got on their tracks, we tracked them. Till about 10 o'clock. And the guides, the trackers, they all of a sudden they stopped and they said, "We got to stop." I'm saying, "What do you mean we got to stop? We're getting closer all the time." "Well, the lions, they know we're here." And we know they're there, and they know we're here, so we're, They said, "We got to stop, rest for an hour, and give them time to settle down." I said, "Well, they'll be 2 miles farther away from us in an hour, so I guess that's all right." And everybody said they're going to take a little nap for an hour. So I sat on a stump, and I whittled a little while, and I was watching my watch. An hour later, I started waking everybody up. I said, "Let's go. Hour's up." So we went about a quarter mile to this area of brush, and the trackers, they followed the tracks, and the lions had been wandering around. They found out where they came out of the brush on the other side out into an opening. And lion tracks were pretty fresh, and there was a little path through this opening, grass about 2.5 feet tall. And my guide, my professional hunter, and myself, he was right in front of me, and we were going down this path following the lion tracks. And he would whisper in my ear, "They're real fresh." So we got in there a ways, and all of a sudden this lion got up out of the grass and went back down 40 yards from me. 40 yards is not very far. So my guide whispered in my ear, "You know, we've got to go a little faster and get up on that anthill, termite mound, and maybe we'll be able to see down in the grass and get a shot." And the termite hill was about 50 yards away. So we're going a little faster. And then brush back to the left, brush back to the right, water on the far side. And this termite hill was about 10 feet tall, so we were going to try to get to it. And we were going a little faster. And then all of a sudden this lion got up out of the grass, 15 feet from me. And he looked right at me. And he had a surprised look on his face. My professional hunter was no longer in front of me. He was behind me. He was no longer whispering. He was saying, shoot, shoot, shoot. So I brought up my .416 Weatherby, I shot. And he went down, rolled, roared, got up, and walked away. And they're saying, where's the other lion? Where's the other lion? So I'm watching the one I shot. So I put another round. I shot him again about 50 yards. And he went down, got up, roared, walked away, and just as he got to the brush line, I shot him again in the back leg. The other lion got up out of the brush, out of the grass over here about 40 yards, and he wandered around a little while, and then he left. So everybody come and pat me on the back. I said, oh, yeah, okay. Last time I saw that lion, he was still walking. I know I hit him. They said, where'd you shoot him, man? I said, I don't know. I mean, he was 15 feet. You know, I mean, I just put my gun up and I shot. I don't know where I hit him. You don't have time to aim at that point in life. So they said, well, let's give him about 30 minutes. Maybe he'll bleed out, and then we'll go get your lion. I said, okay. So I sat down, smoked about 4 or 5 cigarettes, and watched my watch. 30 minutes, we all got up, and we went over to where the lion went into the brush. There's a blood trail where I'd hit the lion. And so we backed off a little ways and chunked the rocks and sticks, hoping we'd get the lion to make a roar or a noise or move or something. It didn't happen. This brush is about 2 acres. It's not very big pile of brush, so we go all the way around the brush. No tracks coming out, so you got to be in there. What do? Climb a tree, look with binoculars, try to find a lion. We can't find him. Go around on the other side, do the same thing. Can't find the lion. Go around again. He hasn't come out. He's still in there. We throw some more rocks. He don't make any noise. So this goes on for about an hour. You know, and I'm nervous. You know, I know that lion. You know, one of the worst, most dangerous things you can do in the whole world is hunt a wounded African lion, because they'll lay in wait for you, and they're the same color as the grass, and they blend in so well. So my PA said, "Well, I guess you know what we're going to do." I said, "Yeah, I guess I do." So we go in back to back. He's got a gun, I got a gun. We're back to back taking half steps. We're going into this, following this trail. And there's another termite mound in about the middle of this. So we're going to go in there and get a little height so we can look around again. We're taking half step and we're looking everywhere. We get to the little termite mound. He starts up the termite mound. I'm right behind him. I look down, the lion's right there. He had not seen him. He was graveyard dead. Luckily. So we, woo, you know, so we called everybody, they came in there, we drew the lion out, took pictures, had a great celebration, and they said, well, we have got to go back and get the vehicle. We're 4 hours away from where we left the vehicle that morning. So we've been walking, tracking this lion. I said, well, I'm gonna stay here with my lion. Y'all go get the vehicle and y'all come back, because I need to take me a little nap. He said, well, watch out for his brother, because with my nap, I didn't get the nap. So I sat there and watched for 4 hours while they went back and got the vehicle, and they came back and got the lion. We had a great hunt. The lion went number 17 in the record book. He's 9.5 feet long, and he weighed 550 pounds. Huge African male lion. He's back here in this other room, back here in the far corner, when y'all get up and get to looking around. Okay?